Star Wars Celebration is now coming to a close. A lot was revealed over this 4-day period, and I today would like to recap a bunch of the stuff that was revealed and just, either remind the people that already have watched the panels, to inform the people that haven't, and just overall, just as also I think it's quite cool just to see all of it compiled. I'm formatting this video in a way of 3 sections. I'm not going to talk about every single panel because there wasn't really a huge amount in all the panels, but in some of the panels they said things that fall under these 3 sections that I'll just kind of sprinkle in here and there. The first thing we're going to talk about is Star Wars Battlefront, then we're going to talk about Rebel Season 4, and then we're going to talk about Last Jedi. I'll probably put some timestamps down in the description so you can skip to the bit that you're personally interested in, or you can just watch the whole video. So let's just jump straight into Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm firstly just going to say a couple things that was said in the panel, and then I'm going to play the trailer, and then I'm going to talk about a couple things you might have missed in the trailer. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the multiplayer. The multiplayer is going to be very, very, very different to what Battlefront 1 was. In the first Battlefront, the main focus was unlocking weapons and unlocking guns and customizables, but this time the main focus is more upgrading a certain class. That's right. This time we're doing a class-based system, so things like sniper, engineer, whatever it may be, and you upgrade this class, unlocking new abilities and new things to this class. This also goes for things like vehicles. You upgrade your vehicles, and even heroes. So we're going to be seeing low-level heroes, high-level heroes. We're going to be seeing so many new things, and it's going to really bring this sense of skill to the game where you have mastered this one class or this one hero, and when you come in that hero, you're going to rip apart everything, and it's going to make the game so much more interesting in multiplayer. And when it comes to this customization, it is just going to be based on unlocking abilities and modifying these things, and it's going to create a more personalized experience, and I think it's going to be very cool. So I'm very excited for this game, and I'm now going to play the trailer quickly for you guys, and then just show a couple things that you might have missed while watching it. Roll it.
I've waited 30 years for this. I still remember my last orders. The day the real war began.
The rebellion cannot be allowed to persist.
We weren't expecting special forces.
That's the point, Sergeant.
Impossible.
Commander, what do we do now?
We avenge our Emperor.
Resistance. Rebellion. You will burn these ideas away.
Hope cannot save them!
So a couple things you might have missed. We saw some familiar weapons like the E11 and the A280C. It seems we're going to be getting a Mos Eisley map, which is exciting. If you've played the original Battlefront 2, the Mos Eisley map is a lot of fun. Obviously, we saw heroes like Rey, Luke, Kylo Ren, Maul, and Yoda. I think I spotted the shield gate from Rogue One, which means we might even be seeing some Rogue One tie-ins. But I think what one of the most interesting things is that if you pre-order the game, you'll get Kylo Ren and Rey in their Episode 8 costumes. I think this is interesting because this means that we might see new heroes be introduced later on. We might see new skins, and I think it's going to be very cool to see this deep customization where we're going to see just everyone really be able to own their experience. Like, you're not going to feel like you're bad at anything in the game. You're going to feel like you really have mastered your own class, and it's going to be very, very, very interesting. And some maps that we know we are going to get are Yavin 4, Mos Eisley, Endor, Takodana, and Camino, and maybe Naboo, I can't really tell. So that was a lot of information. We got a lot of information for Battlefront 2, but we did get quite a bit of information for the other panels, so we're going to now move on to Star Wars Rebels. So let's just get straight to the big stuff. Dave Filoni confirmed at the panel that Season 4 of Star Wars Rebels would be the final season of the entire show, which means we are going to see an end for all of these characters. We are going to see all loose ends tied up nicely, and we are going to see what was happening before Rogue One. He did ensure that there would be more animated TV shows, but this is going to be the end of Rebels. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very upset by this and very annoyed. That's the same way I felt about Clone Wars and the same way that I still feel about Rebels. But in the end, everything has to have an end, and I'm glad that Rebels is going to have an ending. Clone Wars didn't get to have that luxury. We didn't see that ending of Clone Wars, and there right now is a gap of time between Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith that we won't see. I'm so glad that we are going to see that time frame between Episode 3 and Rogue One is going to be filled by something. There's going to be no holes, except for maybe straight after Revenge of the Sith. Before I play the Rebels trailer, I'm going to play a clip that they showed in a different panel from Clone Wars, one that didn't get released, and from one of those episodes that was in development but never was finished. I'm pretty sure this is where we see the death of Cad Bane. It's a bit hard to tell, but it explains one of the marks on Boba Fett's helmet. So this would have been a really cool episode. I'm going to roll that clip. Then afterwards we're going to talk about that for a little bit. Then I'll roll the Rebels trailer and break that down.
I wouldn't be so hasty now, boy. Let them go, Bane. This isn't a fighting war. Always fighting for those in need. That's a quick way to wind up poor or dead. And probably both. No more innocent people are going to die. All be locked up, all live in fear. Looks like the little insurrection has failed. Now surrender. I'll let your friends walk away. I say, they give the kid his shot. So that's it. Just you and me then. Boba Fett. Guess it is.
So yeah, you saw that little mark on Boba Fett's helmet. If you look at the original Boba Fett helmet, you see that white patch. That is, I guess, explaining how he got that mark. But Boba Fett had a helmet on, and Cad Bane didn't, and you see his hat float off, which makes me believe that that was the death of Cad Bane. It's a real big shame that we're not going to see more Clone Wars stuff. But anyway, let's get back to Star Wars Rebels, the final season. I'm now going to roll the Rebels Season 4 trailer, and then we're going to quickly talk about that trailer.
It was a simple story about a boy who was lost and a girl who was broken. They fought alongside a survivor, a war veteran, and a fallen knight. I led them into battle against an evil so terrible, it tried to black out the stars. We fought for each other. We fought for those who could not. But we never imagined it would end like this.
This is a time of difficult choices. Sometimes impossible ones.
As long as we're together, we've got a chance.
At least we'll go down fighting.
All paths are coming together now.
It's time to get to work.
We are the balance, Ezra. We were meant to be Jedi so we could be here now, when Lothal needs us most.
May the Force be with you.
So there is a lot to talk about from that trailer. It opens just with Hera basically giving us an overview of the general character arcs from the Ghost crew. I have a feeling the Ghost crew will die, and this will be a speech she gives after that, since we know she is in Rogue One. That or this was specifically recorded for the trailer. I am almost certain that Sabine's mother will die, as we see Sabine in her Season 3 paint, but she's using that paint while she fights Mandalorians, holding the Darksaber, things like that. But in a shot, we see her in the same paint scheme as her mother. There's a chance that this is her mother, but it looks like Sabine to me, which makes me think that to honor her mother, she uses the same paint job and, same hair color, things like that. But when it comes to this season, I think we are going to see something a little more emotional, a little more sad. We heard Freddie Prinze Jr. in the panel say that it was a bit more of an adult season, I guess, in the way of how emotional it is. So I have a feeling that this season we are going to see more death. We're going to see some, sad moments. And I think we're just going to see generally, I guess, the end of these characters. And when Kanan's saying to Ezra, we were meant to be Jedi for this moment, I think that specifically means that there's some big mission and Kanan saying this is the final mission, the reason we're Jedi. They also said there are going to be some more uplifting moments, not just all dark, but they did confirm it will be dark, it will be funny at times, but it's going to be the final season of Star Wars Rebels, and I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. And one more thing that wasn't confirmed, but I think it is almost certain that will happen, I think we're going to see Ahsoka's true end, and we're going to see if she did die in Season 2, or if we're going to see a new death of her, but I think we're just going to see Ahsoka's fate. But now we are moving into the final part of this video. With this part, I wanted to save it to last because I did want to do a little bit of theory crafting, just because I think it's I guess suitable for this topic, since how much there is left just hanging. This of course is Last Jedi. Now let's not lie to ourselves, we've all seen this trailer like 1,000 times, but it's just as good every time, so you're gonna watch it and you're gonna like it, you know it.
Light. Darkness. A balance.
It's so much bigger.
One truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
So first up, we saw Rey's theme make its trailer appearance, I guess you could say. Like things like we've seen Imperial March for Rogue One, we saw Binary Sunset or Force theme for Force Awakens. As soon as I heard Rey's theme, I was like, this is going to be used in Episode 8's trailer. And I was right, and it sounded incredible. We saw a look at Kylo Ren. We saw Rey training with Luke, and we of course heard the line, "It's time for the Jedi to end." That is kind of what we were theorizing about back when the name got revealed, but we didn't think it was actually, no, Luke's just gonna end the Jedi Order. Okay then. But to be honest, I'm actually kinda happy with that. I think that's a good way for the Jedi to go out. But then again, there is just a chance that Luke is just saying this and will change his mind at the end of the film. But if the Jedi go out and they become more of a balanced, I guess, order, like make something new. When Luke asks Rey, "What do you see?" she says, "Light, darkness, and balance." And when George Lucas was doing Star Wars, it was all about the light and the dark. So I think now they're gonna look a bit into what the balance is. At the Last Jedi panel, they also revealed some new images that weren't in the trailer, so I'm compiled a short little slideshow for you guys' enjoyment.
It's so much bigger.
one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
So we have come to the end of this absolutely massive video. 20 minutes is the longest video I have made for this channel yet. But now I am going to start making some more videos. I took about a week or so break just because Rebels ended and my views honestly plummeted. I could see no one was really interested, so I knew that when the time was right, which is now because Celebration, I would make a big video, and here it is. This is absolutely everything from Celebration. Of course, there was other panels and other cool stuff, but this was the main big stuff. I'm pretty sure I haven't missed out on anything hugely important, but if I have, leave it down in the comments down below, and I'll make sure to respond to you, because this celebration was a massive celebration for 40 years of Star Wars. And I don't know, I think it was just such a great thing. I know a lot of people don't, watch it live or even watch the replays. I suggest you do. They're really fun to watch. And I hope you have enjoyed today's huge video. And I hope you guys enjoyed Star Wars Celebration. Have a great day.